Hi, I'm Dr. Tom Ulrich, and I like to talk about leadership and engineering. Hey, today we're talking about something which may be the worst named theory ever, called Theory X and Theory Y. It's actually a great bit of work, but just kind of a lame name. All right, so the theory comes from a guy named Douglas McGregor. Now, there's two Douglas McGregors who write in leadership. One is kind of writing now, and he writes a lot of stuff about the Army and stuff. Not talking about him, talking about the one who was writing in 1950s and 1960s. He was a professor at the MIT Business School, and also he spells his name MC, and the modern guy about the warfare stuff, he's MAC. But anyway, Douglas McGregor. He was a contemporary of Abraham Maslow, who you may recall Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At any rate, Douglas McGregor wanted to get to the issue of, he was looking at motivation of employees, and he was really interested in answering a simple question. When we think about employees, are employees fundamentally good or employees fundamentally bad? And so he proposed two theories, one called Theory X and one called Theory Y. Now, the idea of Theory X is that, employees are basically lazy, selfish, don't want to work hard, will steal, will, do whatever. The employees are bums. And then Theory Y was kind of the opposite, which is, employees want meaning in their work. They want to work hard. They want the company to succeed. And my observation is, it's real easy to kind of, when I think about Theory X, I observe that I start thinking about other people who, I've known some lazy employees and so on. And when I think about Theory Y, I start thinking about myself saying, well, I do want to work hard and so on. And so there's a little bit of, those guys are Theory X, but, I'm Theory Y. At any rate, so Douglas McGregor designed an experiment to try to get to the bottom of which of these is true most of the time, or which one of these matches what we would call average behavior. At any rate, the really surprising finding from McGregor's study was he could neither prove nor disprove Theory X. He could neither prove nor disprove Theory Y. The astounding finding from McGregor was people are malleable. And what he meant by that is that workers rise or fall to the level of their manager's expectations. Let me say that again. People rise or fall to the level of their leader's expectations. So if you're a leader and you think all of your employees are bums, the application of McGregor's findings would be, hey, you participated in causing that. Now, it's very much circular. It's hard to say what was first and what was last, but we do know about the way people work in groups is people are affected by your expectations. So it's hard to sort out where it started, but it's fairly easy to sort out where it will end. And in many cases, the single most important thing you can do as a leader is start expecting the best and start believing in them, because you are, we do this as we communicate facial expressions, nonverbal, all these things. We communicate our expectations and our followers pick that up. And so probably the most important thing you can do as a leader if you're struggling with these sort of things is to start expecting more out of people. Start believing that people want to want to work hard. Now, I get it. There's always somebody who's going to be the exception. And what we're talking about here is average behavior. And what I'd encourage you not to do, I would call it kind of a classic blunder, is to get so worried about the one guy who's going to take advantage of you is that you hold down everybody else. I've worked for bosses like that, and it sucks. What I'd encourage you to do is to instead think about the majority of the people, knowing that they're going to respond, and just kind of lean into the fact that, probably a few are going to get taken advantage of me. And as I think about my time at Tandem, that's certainly true, in the 10 or so years that I led the software team there, I had one employee who really took advantage of me and truly was like just a pathological bad employee. And every time I think about some of the things he did, I'm just sort of shocked. But the truth is, most of them were extraordinary and rose to the occasion. You expect big things, you get big things, and just don't let the one. So yeah, if I have one, I get taken advantage of once every decade, and then in return you have able to build an amazing team that's second to none. I'll take that all day long. So anyway, the bottom line is, as an engineering manager, your best play is to figure out how to start believing in your own people. At any rate, I'm Dr. Tom Ulrich, and I like to talk about leadership and engineering, and we'll talk to you next time.